for that. To begin our program today, I'd like to introduce Broadway star and singer-songwriter Carrie Manolakos, who played Sophia in Mamma Mia, among with many other notable roles. You probably know her well. She's also performed at the Kennedy Center Honors and Carnegie Hall, and just released a new mini album for America 250 titled Oh Beautiful. Please stand with us now as Carrie Manolakos sings the national anthem. Well, let's welcome Carrie.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red clad, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Carrie Manolakos, for such a beautifully moving solo of the national anthem. Well, I'm Julie Carmine from the National Endowment for the Humanities, also known as NEH. And to the students here, I would like to congratulate you on winning our contest. In honor of America's 250th birthday, you responded to Freedom 250's call for entries and took time to honor American heroes who have come before us. Men and women from all walks of life and areas of expertise, you brought them to life through your highly creative artworks and reflective artist statements. Now at the awards ceremony, we would like to give honor to you as our state winners and soon to be announced regional and national winners. Your artwork was chosen by a panel of 9 judges who are experts in studio art, education, and art history. And these judges decided that your artwork and essays showed remarkable artistry, creativity, and historical relevance. Then a separate panel of 4 distinguished judges chose the national winners in each age category. These distinguished judges include our Honorable Second Lady, Usha Vance, Freedom 250's CEO, Keith Kroc, the National Endowment for the Humanities Acting Chairman, Bill English, and artist and philanthropist, Trish Duggan. We are truly grateful for the vision and perspectives of all of our judges who have made this award ceremony possible. I'm also grateful to Brittany Baldwin, who currently serves as the Executive Director of the Task Force 250. where she's leading the planning and execution of this nationwide celebration of America's 250th anniversary. Last fall, Brittany and I envisioned an art contest for students for the 250th, and this grew into the art contest you are participating in, which Freedom 250 organized and the NEH supported. Please join me now in welcoming to the podium Brittany Baldwin.
Thank you so much, Julie, and welcome to every single student here from across the country. It truly is our honor to have you here today. First of all, I want to give a big thanks to Julie Carmine and Danny Mata, without whom this art competition wouldn't have happened. You know, when we came up with this idea, I had no idea how much work goes into creating an art competition, and I've learned a lot about the process. And I just want to give both Danny and Julie a big round of applause for all that they've done to make this come to life. And most importantly, I want to congratulate every single of the students here today. You took the time to select a hero, to create a beautiful piece of art, and on top of that, to write a 200-word description about why you chose that hero. Your artwork is stunning. We have everyone represented from Sitting Bull to Babe Ruth to Louis Armstrong to Mark Twain to Teddy Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, and so many others. And more importantly, your art is created with so much heart. I don't know if anyone can create art without feeling something of what that person must have felt, imagining what their life must have been like, and putting yourself in their shoes with each stroke. That's perhaps the real reason I believe that this competition is so valuable. Yes, the art is beautiful, but even more, it reveals the soul of the artist, of all of you, your attention to detail, your knowledge of the heroes you chose, of what those people loved, of what made them tick, your decision to portray a particular scene. This art reminds us of the heroes that have defined us, but it also inspires us to think about how each of you will become the next portraits of faith, of perseverance, of ingenuity, and of courage in the next 250 years. That's what this is all about. Remembering our past, not so we can relive it, but so we can build upon it one story at a time. So I want to thank each of you for being part of this story. One of the 4 pillars of the White House Task Force for our 250th anniversary is inviting Americans to experience the beauty of our country. And one might ask, why? Why does beauty matter? And as Dostoevsky famously said, beauty will save the world. And why is that? Because it speaks to our soul. It takes us somewhere where reason alone cannot traverse. And for those of us who believe in a higher power, it draws us closer to God. When we walk into a beautiful cathedral, or stare at a masterpiece, or listen to an orchestra play, it stirs something deep inside of us. It opens our eyes to what we cannot see with reason alone, and in some small way, we are transformed. So I want to thank every student here who is helping to transform America through beauty, and all of their parents who have made it possible. And now it is my honor to introduce to you an incredibly accomplished woman, a wife, a mother, a lawyer, and a role model for young people across this country, the Second Lady of the United States, Usha Vance.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you today to celebrate the winners of our American Heroes Student Art Contest. This competition is such a beautiful celebration of America's past by the very young people who will be responsible for its future. To all the competitors, it was a great privilege to review your wonderful depictions of American heroism and ingenuity. I was so impressed by the range of artistic techniques and styles you chose, by the care with which you explained your decisions in your artistic statements. It was incredibly hard to choose from among the many impressive submissions. From your portraits of America's great leaders, explorers and innovators, to your tributes to our rich musical, athletic, and artistic culture, to your portrayals of historic moments like our founding, the Civil War, the Civil Rights Movement, and our exploration of new frontiers on Earth and in space. Your talent and love for this country shine through your artwork. Thank you for sharing your work with us. Our future is bright thanks to you. And to our regional and national winners who are all here today, your artwork so beautifully captures America's rich legacy of creativity, exploration, and aiming ever higher. I learned something from each of you, how Helen Keller pierced the darkness and became a role model for people from all walks of life, how the colors and contrasts of pop art can allow us to see with our eyes what our ears hear when Louis Armstrong played his trumpet, how suffering through unimaginable losses and sorrow propelled Mark Twain to make our country a better and more honest place, how something like the ancient tradition of embroidery can make tangible something impossible to imagine, like John Glenn alone in the vastness of space, how small artistic decisions, like the flaring of a horse's nostrils or the pricking of its ears, can convey Teddy Roosevelt's intensity and readiness for action for our country. I hope you'll all continue learning about our shared history and creating its future through your art, writing, and many other talents. Because while the American heroism of our past is something we should celebrate, and we do celebrate today, we're also responsible for carrying it into our future. As the next generation of American artists, teachers, public servants, and leaders, you will have the chance in your own lives to demonstrate and defend the virtues of the figures you represented in your artwork. When I think about our next 250 years as a country, I am so encouraged by the love for our country that you've shown and the dedication to excellence that you've demonstrated today. So keep working hard, dreaming big, and reflecting those American heroes' courage, hope, and selflessness in your own lives and your communities. It's a beautiful thing to honor America's legacy and also to build our nation's future. And I am so grateful that you've chosen to do both here today. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Second Lady Usha Vance. We are so incredibly honored that she could be with us today and sharing her thoughts together with us. We're going to now begin the portion of our program where we announce our state winners, and we invite you to the stage to receive your certificates. Students, I'm going to give you a little bit of instruction. So we haven't had a rehearsal. We're going to do this together in real time. I know that we're all going to just do this seamlessly. Everything will go just wonderfully. What we will do is have each student in the row, each row will be directed to the stage by our ushers. If we could have our ushers on the side just waving. There we go. When we call your row, you will be directed, only the students, not the parents, and you will come in a line to the stage. If you would please stay in your seated order, which is alphabetized by state, to receive your certificate. The speaker will announce your name and the name of your artwork, and you will walk to the podium to receive your certificate. Then you'll turn, and the person at the podium will say your name. They will hand you a certificate. Together, you'll turn and face the cameraman, who will take a quick click, and then you may exit across the stage and over to this side. We will have ushers waving for you and making sure you know exactly where to go. So then when you get to the other side, the ushers will help you find your correct row and your correct chair. We'd also like to ask, what we will be doing is having all of the elementary winners come first, alphabetized by state, then middle school, and finally high school. We'll have a moment of applause at the end of the elementary section, another moment at the end of middle, and another moment at the end of high school. So if you'd please just hold your applause until then. I'm going to pick up the certificates, and we can go ahead and line up the first row, beginning with Alabama. The judges, additionally to the regional awards and the national awards, have identified just a small handful, 3 students in every region of the United States who will also receive an honorable mention ribbon, and we will call those out as well. So let's begin. From the state of Alabama, student artist Emma Grace Jelm, for her artwork honoring Jesse Owens, called Oakville's Hero. Representing Alaska, we have the student Hulda Elizabeth Cox, with her artwork honoring Harriet Tubman, titled Freedom at Last. Next, from Arizona, student artist Quinn Typho, with their piece honoring Louis Armstrong, titled Louis Armstrong. From Arkansas, please welcome student artist Bailey Pacheco with her piece honoring William Bradford, titled The Journey. Congratulations. Representing California, we have the student artist Roy Kim with his piece honoring Benjamin Franklin, titled The Spark of Ideas. Oh, can we get a picture with you? Oops. We're gonna just get a quick picture right here. From Connecticut, from Colorado, student artist Deborah Reifschneider with her piece honoring Desmond Doss, titled Desmond Doss at Hacksaw Ridge. Congratulations. From Connecticut, please welcome we welcome to the stage student artist Mika Amzala Yeager with her piece honoring Jeanette Rankin, titled Peaceful and Hopeful Heroine. Representing the District of Columbia, we have student artist Claire Henger with her piece honoring Julia Child, titled Culture and Cuisine. And she is unable to be with us today, so we'll keep going. Thank you. Next, we have from Florida, student artist Sophia Van Lendeghem with her piece honoring Nikola Tesla, titled The Man Who Lit America. From Georgia, please welcome student artist Vedika Patel with her piece honoring Neil Armstrong titled First Footprints on the Moon. Representing Idaho, we have artist Josie Starr with her piece honoring Katherine Johnson titled Beyond the Stars. From Illinois, student artist Faustina Irene Lasnowski with her piece honoring Theodore Seuss Geisel titled Birthday Celebration. Next, from Indiana, we welcome to the stage student artist Cecilia Chrisman with her piece honoring Amelia Earhart titled Amelia Earhart. Representing Iowa, we have student artist Shambhavi Sain with her piece honoring Harriet Tubman titled Harriet Tubman, Leader of Freedom. Representing Kansas, student artist Isabel Menard with her piece honoring Johnny Appleseed titled Johnny Appleseed. And next we have from Kentucky, please welcome student artist Jackson Wheeler with his piece honoring Edwin Hubble titled Edwin Hubble. Representing Louisiana, we have student artist Lila Olivia Covert with her piece honoring John James Audubon titled Red, Flight, and Flu. Next, from Maine, student artist Odin Labont with his piece honoring President Ronald Reagan titled The American Man. Next we have from Maryland, please welcome student artist Ruthie Deininger with her piece honoring Louis Armstrong titled Jazz at Camp. Congratulations. Representing Massachusetts, we have student artist Yoonki Kai with his piece honoring Nikola Tesla titled Chasing the Light, Tesla. Congratulations. Next, from Michigan, student artist Elise Cook with her piece honoring Betsy Ross titled The Ross Home on a Summer Day. From Mississippi, Please welcome, or we have here, welcoming to the stage, student artist Annie McCoy with her piece honoring Sojourner Truth, titled Sojourner Truth. Annie's artwork and essay are also receiving a special mention ribbon. Congratulations. Representing Missouri, we have student artist Daniel Fronick with his piece honoring Babe Ruth, titled Hit It Hard. Congratulations. Representing Montana, we have student artist Maya Schatzel with her piece honoring Abraham Lincoln, titled Lincoln's Legacy. Congratulations. From Nebraska, we have student artist Clara Farringer with her piece honoring Harriet Tubman, titled Light Through the Darkness. And representing Nevada, we have student artist Annabelle Pennington with her piece honoring Sacagawea, titled Sacagawea's View. Our next winner was unable to be with us today, but I'll read from New Hampshire, student artist Tucker Knightley, and his piece honoring Harriet Tubman, titled Underground Captain's Meet. From New Jersey, student artist Sophia Lim, with her piece honoring Rosa Parks, titled Seat of Courage. Representing New Mexico, we have student artist Mila Enrico with her piece honoring Abraham Lincoln, titled Peace and Slavery. Next, from New York, student artist Rihanna Smith with her piece honoring Sitting Bull, titled The Holy Man. From North Carolina, we have student artist Grayson Dudding with her piece honoring Ansel Adams, titled Ansel Adams Impressions. Representing Ohio, we have student artist Madeline Gould with her piece honoring William Clark, titled William Clark. Congratulations. Next, from Oklahoma, student artist Jana Sparks with her piece honoring John James Audubon, titled The Bird Collage. From Pennsylvania, we have student artist Mika Smeroff with her piece honoring Betsy Ross, titled American Hero, Betsy Ross. From Rhode Island, we have student artist Lucy Agresti with her piece honoring Amelia Earhart titled "The Sky Is Not the Limit." And next from South Carolina, we have student artist Theodore Brown with his piece honoring Jimmy Doolittle titled "Doolittle's Daring Attack." Congratulations. From South Dakota, we have student artist Roselle Holly Gabritsky with her piece honoring Louis Armstrong titled "The Trumpet of Louis Armstrong." Representing Tennessee, we have student artist Brendan Hennessy with his piece honoring Jackie Robinson titled "Strike Out," "Strike Out Racism, Jackie Robinson." Next, from Texas, we have student artist June Kim with her piece honoring Helen Keller titled "Her World Beyond Sight and Sound." From Utah, please welcome student artist Elizabeth Black with her piece honoring Paul Revere titled "Boston Massacre Recreated." Representing Vermont, we have student artist Cora Mayer with her piece honoring Sacagawea titled "Sacagawea's Glow." Next, from Virginia, student artist Shada Webster with her piece honoring John Adams titled "Remember the Ladies." And from Washington, we have student artist Arliss Clack with his piece honoring Ulysses S. Grant titled "Siege of Vicksburg." Congratulations. From West Virginia, we have student artist Ezra Van Scoy with his piece honoring Abraham Lincoln titled "250 Lincolns." And our final elementary student state award for Wisconsin is student artist Mila Cavaleris with her piece honoring Johnny Cash titled "Johnny Cash, Man in Black." Congratulations. Let's have one more big round of applause for our elementary school age category winners. Next, I would like to introduce to you Mitch Hobbs, who is the middle school and high school art teacher for Vertex Partnership Academies, the high-performing, award-winning charter school in the Bronx. And he is also an artist himself and was one of the judges for the state winners in the middle school category. Let's welcome Mr. Mitch Hobbs.
Just real quick, I wanted to say it was a tremendous honor to serve as a judge and see all of your all's beautiful and ambitious artworks. And they celebrate so many tremendous acts of heroism which the country has been built upon. Art can serve a number of purposes, and I always say this to my students, and in this case, it's done a great job, your all's artworks have, of bringing us together and uniting us under our gratitude towards these acts of heroism and these wonderful American heroes. So thank you, students. And without further ado, let's have our winners. From Alaska, we have middle school student artist Connor J. Kittle with his piece honoring Neil Armstrong titled Neil's View. Representing Arizona is artist Aratrika Mahanti with her piece honoring Ida B. Wells Barnett titled The Light of Truth, a tribute to Ida B. Wells Barnett. Next, from Arkansas, is student artist Lucas Lobo with his piece honoring Abraham Lincoln and Franklin Delano Roosevelt titled United Heroes, which also received an honorable mention. From California is student artist Adia Janesh with her piece honoring Amelia Earhart titled Her Sky, Her Story. Representing Colorado, we have student artist Seton Wood with his piece honoring Walt Disney titled Walt and Mickey Go for a Ride. Unable to attend in person from Connecticut is student artist Emma Marzullo with her piece honoring Laura Ingalls Wilder titled Freedom Calling. Okay. One moment. From Florida is student artist Lexi Weaver with her piece honoring Paul Revere titled Midnight Ride. Representing Georgia, we have student artist Ellen Templeton with her piece honoring Abraham Lincoln titled Freedom in His Sight. Unable to attend from Hawaii, we have student artist Adriana Tran with her piece honoring Walt Disney titled Walt Disney. From Idaho is student artist Jimmy Chen with his piece honoring Neil Armstrong titled Neil Armstrong, Small Step, Large Leap. Congratulations, Jimmy. Representing Illinois, we have student artist Xiang Ma with his piece honoring John James Audubon titled Honoring Audubon. Next, from Indiana, student artist Maya Jones with her piece honoring George S. Patton titled True American Hero, which also received an honorable mention. From Iowa is student artist Annalee E. Koss with her piece honoring Emily Dickinson titled Mayflower. Representing Kansas, we have student artist Austin Hall with her piece honoring Harriet Beecher Stowe titled Harriet Beecher Stowe. Congratulations. Next, from Kentucky, is student artist Amber Bernard with her piece honoring Kobe Bryant titled Kobe Bryant Looking Toward. Congratulations, Amber. From Louisiana, we have student artist Bailey Allison with her piece honoring Amelia Earhart titled Lady Lindy. Congratulations, Bailey. Representing Maine, we have student artist Luke Lord with his piece honoring Albert Einstein titled Trust Your Intuition. Congratulations, Luke. Good job, bud. Next from Maryland is student artist Maria Mills with her piece honoring Theodore Seuss Geisel titled Dr. Seuss. Congratulations. From Massachusetts is student artist Iris Cho Lee with her piece honoring Phyllis Wheatley titled In the Reflection, which also received an honorable mention. Congratulations about that. Representing Michigan, we have student artist Olivia Carol Heiler with her piece honoring Sally Ride titled Sally Ride. Next, from Minnesota, is student artist Tate Kramer with his piece honoring Benjamin Franklin titled The Inventions of Benjamin Franklin. Good job. Congrats. From Mississippi, please welcome student artist Truan Speck with her piece honoring Clara Barton titled Service to My Country. Congrats. Representing Missouri, we have student artist Lily Esparza with her piece honoring Paul Revere titled Midnight Pop. Congrats. Next from Montana, student artist Emery Penner with her piece honoring Nikola Tesla titled Nikola Tesla. Congratulations. Good job. From Nebraska is student artist Violet Crowder with her piece honoring John Glenn titled A First Glimpse. Congratulations. Unable to attend in person from Nevada, we have student artist Sophia Skian with her piece honoring Elizabeth Ann Seton titled Elizabeth's Death. Next from New Jersey is student artist Sarong Lee with her piece honoring Louis Armstrong titled The Sound That Became America. From New Mexico, we have student artist Isabella G. DePaula with her piece honoring George Washington titled The Future of History. Representing New York, we have student artist Amber Wong with her piece honoring Desmond Doss titled Please Lord Help Me Get One More. Congratulations. Great job. Next, from North Carolina, student artist Solomon Brule with his piece honoring Abraham Lincoln titled Through Darkness Comes Freedom. From North Dakota is student artist Eva Skolarski with her piece honoring Katherine Johnson titled Math to the Moon. Representing Ohio, we have student artist Nandita Seshadri and her piece honoring Amelia Earhart titled Amelia Earhart. Congratulations. Great job. Next, from Oklahoma, student artist Gordon Bryan with his piece honoring John Wayne titled John Wayne. From Pennsylvania is student artist Adriana Jane Hardison with her piece honoring Norman Rockwell titled Painting the Dream. Congratulations. Representing South Carolina, we have student artist Penny Lattimore with her piece honoring Desmond Doss titled Our Faithful Hero. Congratulations. Next, from South Dakota, student artist Jessa Van Zee with her piece honoring Walt Disney titled Walt Disney. Congratulations. From Tennessee, please welcome student artist Minchon Kong with his piece honoring David Farragut titled Battle of Mobile Bay, David Farragut. Congratulations, Dave. Great job. Representing Texas, we have student artist Amelia Rose Frizzell with her piece honoring Jeanette Rankin titled The Voice for New Beginnings. Congratulations. Next, from Utah, student artist Liam Gustafson with his piece honoring Frank Lloyd Wright titled He's Got the Right Stuff. Congrats. Unable to attend from Virginia is student artist Lori Ma with her piece honoring Dr. Seuss titled Dr. Seuss. Representing Washington, we have student artist Catherine Lee with her piece honoring Albert Einstein titled Albert Einstein. Great job, Catherine. Unable to attend in person from West Virginia, student artist Isabella King with her piece honoring Davy Crockett titled Davy Crockett. From Wisconsin, we have student artist Hosanna Peterson with her piece honoring Frances S. Gabby Gabreski titled Gabby Gabreski, Ace of the Skies, which also received an honorable mention. And our final middle school awardee from Wyoming, student artist Faith R. Gomez with her piece honoring Elizabeth Ann Seton titled A Brave Educator. One more. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's in stock.
It's in the back here. Got it. Perfect. One more here. Last but not least, representing Alabama, Leighton Medlin, with his artwork honoring Frank Sinatra titled Good Old Blue Eyes. Let's give it up for Leighton. Congratulations, sir. And that does it for our middle school award winners. Let's give them one more round of applause, everybody. Next, I'd like to introduce Abby Guzman, the Freedom 250 Project Coordinator for the art contest. She is an artist herself. She was one of the judges for the state winners in the high school category, and she's going to come up here now and announce our high school state winners. Please give a warm welcome to Abby Guzman.
Good morning. I'm so happy to see everyone. All right, let's keep this going. I'm going to start with our high school state winners. First, we have from Alabama, student artist Aspen Speak with her artwork honoring Elvis Presley titled Elvis Presley, the Patriotic King. From Arizona is student artist Hannah Lofgren with her piece honoring William Mayo and his sons titled Mayo Family Legacy. Next, from Arkansas is student artist Madeline Phillips with her piece honoring Sally Ride titled Ride, Sally, Ride. From California is student artist Alyssa Liu with her piece honoring Clara Barton titled Clara Barton. Representing Colorado is student artist Charlize Wardle with her piece honoring William Frederick Buffalo Bill Cody titled Buffalo Bill, the Face of the Frontier. From Connecticut is student artist Helena Ann Crowley with her piece honoring Johnny Cash titled Man in Black. From Delaware is student artist Abigail M. Lyons with her piece honoring Nellie Gray titled Signs of Life. Representing Florida is student artist Britton Major with her piece honoring Abraham Lincoln titled Unite Them. Next, from Georgia is student artist Mia Elizabeth Cossack with her artwork honoring Desmond Thomas Doss titled One More. Congratulations. Unable to attend in person from Illinois is student artist Lilia Gregg with her piece honoring Harriet Tubman titled The Conductor. And we have another state winner from Indiana who is unable to be here, student artist Liberty McDowell with her piece honoring George Washington titled This Union Shall Endure. And from Kentucky is student artist Bryson Andrew Snotter with his piece honoring Edgar Allan Poe titled Edgar Allan Poe. Congratulations. Also unable to be here today from Louisiana is student artist Haley Hudson with her piece honoring Muhammad Ali titled Behind the Hero. Representing Maine is student artist Margaret R. Lynch with her artwork honoring Meriwether Lewis and William Clark titled Explorers of the New Frontier. Next, from Maryland, is student artist Etienne with his artwork honoring, oh, I'm sorry, he's not here today. He was a last minute, couldn't make it. Etienne Huang with his artwork honoring Gordon Chung Hoon titled Admiral Gordon Chung Hoon. From Massachusetts is student artist Samantha Wiggin with her piece honoring Theodore Roosevelt titled America Embodied, a Portrait of Theodore Roosevelt. Representing Michigan is student artist Madison Imus with her piece honoring Jesse Owens titled Jesse Owens, American Olympic Inspiration. From Minnesota is student artist Aiden Schneider with his artwork honoring Ronald Reagan titled Reagan. Congratulations. Next from Mississippi is student artist Haley Beth Boland with her piece honoring Neil Armstrong titled To the Moon and Back. Representing Missouri, we have student artist Dylan Stewart with her artwork honoring Shirley Temple titled The Little Colonel. Next from Montana is student artist Asher Hudson with her piece honoring Samuel Clements titled Good Night, Dear Heart. From Nebraska, we have student artist Jewel Dinker with her piece honoring Red Cloud titled Finite Peace. Congratulations. Unable to be here in person and representing Nevada is student artist Xavier Roadhouse with his piece honoring Jimmy Doolittle titled Shattering the Sun. And from New Jersey is student artist Serena Jung with her piece honoring Theodore Roosevelt titled Rough Rider, and it also received an honorable mention. From New Mexico, we have student artist Ibnija Guerrero with his piece honoring Lincoln titled Lincoln, and it also received an honorable mention. Representing New York, we have student artist Maggie Zhang with her artwork honoring Theodore Roosevelt titled Teddy, and it also received an honorable mention. Next, from North Carolina, is student artist Kaylee Conlin with her piece honoring Charles Carroll titled Carrollton's Ride. From North Dakota is student artist Kinsey Huntimer with her piece honoring Sitting Bull titled Feathered Indian. Unable to travel and representing the Northern Mariana Islands is student artist Jihoon Park with his piece honoring Harriet Tubman titled Just Hope. From Ohio, student artist Emma Liu with her piece honoring Harriet Tubman titled The Conductor of Light. From Oklahoma is student artist Jonathan Riddle with his piece honoring Maria Tallchief titled Golden Swan of the Osage. Representing Oregon, we have student artist Savannah Markle with her piece honoring Sitting Bull titled Sit and Wait. Next, from Pennsylvania, is student artist Solomia Zukova with her piece honoring Thomas Jefferson titled All Men Are Created Equal. From South Carolina, student artist Raywin Zhang with her piece honoring Lauren Bacall titled Glory. Congratulations. Next, from South Dakota, we have student artist Daniel R. Grabitsky with his piece honoring Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain titled The Defender of Little Round Top. Next, from Tennessee, is student artist Genesis Mayer with her piece honoring Carl Gorman titled Kenya Oni Beya, and this also received an honorable mention. From Texas, student artist Rebecca Smith with her piece honoring Dwight D. Eisenhower titled General Dwight D. Eisenhower. Unable to be here today, representing the U.S. Virgin Islands, is student artist Jalea Ariel Connor with her piece honoring Alexander Hamilton titled History. And next, from Utah, is student artist Jade Weeks with her piece honoring Sitting Bull titled Rugged Endurance, and this also received an honorable mention. From Virginia is student artist Sadie Springhetti with her piece honoring Walt Disney titled Partners. Representing Washington, we have student artist Claire Shipley with her piece honoring Sacagawea titled Mother of the West, and this also received an honorable mention. And our final high school state winner this morning from Wisconsin, student artist Amy Osborne with her piece honoring Mark Twain titled Mark Twain. Let's give all of our high school winners a big round of applause. Next, I would like to introduce Danny Matta, the Chief of Staff for Freedom 250, to share a bit about Freedom 250 and to call out our U.S. regional winners in each age category, along with the People's Choice Awards. Please welcome Danny Matta.
Good morning. As Abby mentioned, my name is Danny Matta, and I've had the pleasure of overseeing the Student Art Contest along with my colleagues here. At the Great American State Fair, we have the first ever Ferris wheel and rodeo on the National Mall. Robotic dogs are prancing about. Incredible exhibits are filled with state pride and hometown goodies, and so much more. The feedback we've received is wonderful, and in particular, the student exhibit, all of your exhibit, is by far one of the favorite parts of the fair. We've even had people ask if they can purchase your art, and so many people took the time to vote on their favorite pieces for the Student People's Choice Award. Your artwork is educating people from across America and around the world about the men and women whose service, sacrifice, bravery, innovation, and creativity have shaped our nation. Through your talent, you're helping tell the stories of these great American heroes and ensuring their legacy continues to inspire others. You should all be incredibly proud of yourselves. We here are all incredibly proud of you as well. The talent in this room is astounding, and it made the judges' job difficult to select just 15 regional winners. Before I announce them, I'd like to share a few of the comments I've overheard over the past week and a half at the exhibit at the fair. This gallery is the best part of the fair. What better way to highlight America's best and brightest? And my personal favorite came from a little girl who looked at just one of your paintings and turned to her mom and said, "I'm gonna be able to paint like that someday." That's the impact that your work is having. Every brushstroke, every pen mark showcases more than artistic talent. It reflects a love for our nation's history. Through your work, you've inspired others to pick up their own pens, pencils, and paintbrushes, not only to create something beautiful, but to tell the stories worth remembering and celebrate the people who came before us. Every one of you embodies what this anniversary year is all about. Our nation's 250th anniversary is more than a milestone or a birthday celebration. It is a chance for us to celebrate the triumph of the American spirit and reflect on the people and ideals that have shaped our nation for 250 years. And to consider the role that each one of us will play in writing the next chapter of the American story. From founders like George Washington and John Adams, to pioneers like Laura Ingalls Wilder and Sacagawea, musicians like Louis Armstrong, educators like Elizabeth Ann Seton, servant leaders like Nellie Gray and Desmond Doss, artists like John James Audubon, and innovators like Albert Einstein, every generation has been shaped by ordinary people who use their unique talent to accomplish extraordinary things. As I look around this room today, I don't just see talented young artists. I see future teachers, engineers, entrepreneurs, scientists, public servants, members of our military, and leaders. I see young people who will use their own talents to make a difference. Now it is my privilege to recognize the regional winners from the Northeast, Southeast, Midwest, West, Southwest, and the U.S. territories, as well as our People's Choice Award winners. When your name is called, please come to the left side of the stage to receive your certificate and ribbon. Starting first with our elementary age category. From the Northeast, from the state of New York, Rihanna Smith. Next, we're recognizing the Southeast region. From the great state of Louisiana, Lila Olivia Cover. From our Midwest region, from the state of Missouri, Daniel Fronick. From the West region, from the state of California, Roy Kim. From the Southwest, from the state of Texas, Jiun Kim. Moving on to our middle school age group. Starting with the Northeast, from the state of New Jersey, Sarong Lee. From the Southeast region, from the state of Tennessee, Minjin Kang. From our Midwest region, from the state of Nebraska, Violet Crowder. From the West, from the state of California, Adia Janesh. And from our Southwest region, from the state of New Mexico, Isabella De Paula. Moving on to our high school age category, starting with the Northeast region, from the state of Massachusetts, Samantha Wiggin. From the Southeast region in the state of Florida, Britton Major. From the Midwest region and the state of Wisconsin, Amy Osborne. From the West, in the state of Montana, Asher Hudson. From the Southwest region, from the state of Texas, Rebecca Smith. Let's give a wonderful round of applause for our regional winners. Next up, we have the People's Choice Awards, and I must say, as I've been over at the exhibit at the Great American State Fair, which all of you will get to go see in just a little while, it has been so much fun getting to see people vote for their favorites. So you'll see exactly how we have it set up in a little bit here, but it's been one of the highlights of the fair for me, seeing our guests vote on their favorites. So starting from elementary school, from the state of Florida, Sophia Van Landingham. For the People's Choice for middle school, from the state of Florida, Lexi Weaver. And for elementary, Sophia's piece was on Nikola Tesla, and for middle school, Lexi's was on Paul Revere. And lastly, from high school, from the state of Georgia, we have Mia Kosek for a piece on Desmond Doss. And before we bring up our next speaker to announce the national winners in second place, on behalf of the entire group at Freedom 250 and the National Endowment for the Humanities, we'd like to extend our deepest gratitude to the Department of Agriculture for letting us use this incredibly beautiful space today. And so we invite you to watch a video from Secretary Rollins.
Hi everyone, this is Brooke Rollins, and I have the incredible privilege of serving as your 33rd Secretary of Agriculture under the leadership of President Trump. On behalf of everyone here at Abraham Lincoln's People's Department, welcome to USDA headquarters here in the nation's capital. It is an honor to recognize you all, such remarkable young artists who are shaping our nation's creative landscape and helping us embrace everything that makes America so special. First, let me congratulate each of you on your win. Through inspired vision and creative talent, you have brought an important piece of American history to life for your fellow citizens. And you are spreading the patriotic spirit that our nation needs more than ever from our young people. This contest asked you to explore 250 inspiring historic figures who represent the spirit of America and who will soon be honored in statue form in the National Garden of American Heroes. Here at USDA, we are especially proud to see how you highlighted some of the titans of American agriculture who are included in the pantheon of American heroes. Agriculture is the soil where American freedom takes root. The agricultural leaders and innovators and icons you chose, people like Norman Borlaug, George Washington Carver, and John Chapman, of course, better known as Johnny Appleseed, remind us just how much our farmers, our ranchers, and rural communities matter to all Americans. Their work taught us how to nourish a nation, how to innovate through challenges, and how to keep the flame of liberty burning for future generations. By learning their stories and turning blank canvases into beautiful artwork, you are doing the important work of keeping their legacy alive. As we celebrate 250 years of freedom and this milestone birthday for our nation, thank you for your hard work, for your art. Years of freedom and this milestone birthday for our nation. Thank you for your hard work, for your artistry, and above all, for your love and your commitment to honoring history by celebrating America's glorious heritage. Congratulations again. I'm so sorry I can't be there in person with you, but please enjoy this great celebration. God bless you, and may God always bless our great nation.
Endowment for the Humanities. Acting Chairman English served on the National Council of the Humanities following Senate confirmation in 2019. He is also an assistant professor at the McDonough School of Business in Georgetown University and a member of the Georgetown Institute for the Study of Markets and Ethics. As an academic, his research has focused on the philosophy of the social sciences, traditions of ethical inquiry, policy evaluation, and institutional change. He is a great supporter of the American Heroes Student Art Contest. Please join me in welcoming Acting Chairman English.
Well, welcome everyone. This is really such a great treat to have you all here and such a great response to this competition. It is an honor to be here with you today, and to all the students being recognized, congratulations. Your artwork reflects not only talent, but also imagination, dedication, curiosity about the stories that have shaped our nation and about the people that continue to make it great. You've taken history and transformed it into something that's personal and meaningful and inspiring. My name is Bill English. I am the acting chairman here of the National Endowment for the Humanities. And what you've done with your artwork in bringing history alive is something that my agency seeks to do every day. As a grant-making arm of the federal government, NEH supports scholars, creators, teachers, and researchers who help us understand the past and connect it to all of us here in the present. NEH is a sponsor of the Freedom 250 American Heroes Student Art Contest, and we were so delighted to see this project come together. We also fund museum exhibitions, historical documentaries, and historical sites. We preserve important records and objects that will tell the story of the past, and we help scholars and educators work to expand our knowledge of history, literature, and culture. And we do this because these subjects and these projects we fund help us understand how the world that we live in today came to be. The rights we enjoy, the technologies we use, the language and the traditions we have. And as we celebrate America's 250th anniversary, we should remember that history is not just something that happened long ago. It's a living story that continues with each generation. It continues with all of you. As I had the opportunity to look around the exhibition of your remarkable artwork at the Great American State Fair, I was struck most by this reminder that progress is made by ordinary people who choose to do extraordinary things. I saw thoughtful and creative renderings of soldiers and statesmen who defended our freedom, activists who fought for civil rights, explorers and scientists who expanded our boundaries of knowledge, inventors who changed the world, writers and artists who inspired us, athletes who pursued the limits of human endurance. I saw portraits of countless citizens who chose their own path to making good on the Declaration of Independence's promise of the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And they help shape the America that you and I know today. Their stories show us that every generation has the opportunity and the responsibility to make a difference. It's my privilege to be able to recognize today some very talented students who are clearly already making their own difference through their artistic skill. In addition to the more than 130 winners of the American Heroes Student Art Contest from every state and U.S. jurisdiction, all of you here today, the contest's judges, including our esteemed Second Lady, Mrs. Vance, we've all come together and chosen 3 first place and 3 second place national winners of the competition. And as Usha said, this was not easy. There were so many strong contributions, but decisions were made. And it is my honor to announce those names and invite the winners to join us up here on stage and receive their certificates. So without further ado, first for the second place national winners, we have in the elementary school category, Rihanna Smith from New York for The Holy Man, a portrait of Sitting Bull. For the middle school category, the second place national winner is Sarong Lee from New Jersey, whose drawing The Sound That Became America honors musician Louis Armstrong. And for the high school category, the second place national winner is Amy Osborne from Wisconsin for her painting of writer Mark Twain. Finally, I would like to announce the first place national winners. By this point, their legs are getting tired from coming up here so much. In the elementary school category for students in grades 3 to 5, Jiyoon Kim from Texas for her painting of Helen Keller entitled Her World Beyond Sight and Sound. For the middle school category for students in grades 6 to 8, our first place national winner is Violet Crowder from Nebraska for A First Glimpse, an embroidered tribute to astronaut John Glenn. And for the high school category, our first place national winner is Samantha Wiggin from Massachusetts for America Embodied, a portrait of Theodore Roosevelt. Please join me in giving one more congratulations to all our winners and to all of you. Thank you so much. I now have the distinct privilege of turning the podium over to our next speaker, who is an American fine artist, absolutely spectacular painter. I was checking out his website last night. Phenomenal painter in many media, but particularly oils. Julio Reyes. Julio is one of the most awarded artists in the Art Renewal Center's history of salon competitions, and has won the highest honors at the Portrait Society of America, the Bennington, and many more. His work has graced the cover and pages of every major art magazine in America, and he has been represented by the prestigious figurative art gallery Arcadia Contemporary in New York for more than 15 years. He is also one of our contest judges for the state winners. Please welcome Julio Reyes.
Wow, I've been to some art competitions in my life, but I don't think I've ever been this nervous to be here with you all today. So one of the first things I wanted to say was just how moved I was by all of the entries, and how moved I was to see all of you in the lobbies of the hotel or walking to get to the subway here. And I was just amazed that these families produced these wonderful young artists, and that they'll be shaping the future of our country in terms of its creative life. I wrote down many things that I wanted to say to you, and I thought about how I wanted to talk to you all. And I decided that the best thing was to write down everything so I didn't miss anything. And I didn't want to miss anything because I was once you all, you young artists. I was there. I know what it's like to be a fledgling artist, to have this creativity, and you have the whole world ahead of you, all the possibility ahead of you, and kind of want to know where to point the laser beam, and I wish I had a big brother in art or an uncle or something that would have helped me along the way. So if you bear with me, I'm going to read a letter that I wrote to you all. Well, first of all, congratulations to each and every one of you. You stepped into the arena and you poured your best efforts into these works and essays about these American heroes with sincerity, with discipline, and with courage. And now you're here being recognized in the heart of our nation. The awards do not go to the timid. They go to those who show up when others shy away. They go to those who give their fullest when others offer only weak effort. And they go to the brave, the hardworking, the industrious individuals who have the audacity to do their best. And just like the American heroes that you have so thoughtfully portrayed, you have faced your fears and now you're here. As an artist myself, I know what it takes to stand in that arena day in and day out. It's not always glamorous. It is quiet and it is persistent work in your studio. Hours at the easel, revisions that no one sees, wrestling between what you see in your mind and what actually appears on the canvas. Yet that same discipline is what cultivates true creativity. Honing your artistic skill is not about technique. It's about training your eyes. It's not just about technique. It's about training your eyes to see more clearly, your hands to serve your vision, and your heart to stay open. It means studying the masters, learning their secrets of light, composition, and color, while seeing the world with fresh eyes every morning. The arts and humanities matter deeply to our country, and they shape our shared memory. They remind us who we are, what we have overcome, and what we can still become. When young artists and writers like you capture stories of our heroes, you do more than create beautiful objects or thoughtful essays. You strengthen the moral imagination of a nation, and you help us to see courage, sacrifice, resilience, and hope in human form. Your creativity is a gift, and with it you can dream beyond your wildest imaginings and give your dreams lasting form. In a time of noise and distraction, your work becomes an anchor. It asks questions that matter. What is true? What is beautiful? What is good? These questions are not luxuries. They are the foundation of a flourishing culture. We must never lose faith that truth can be known, that beauty can be cultivated, and what is good is always worth protecting and fighting for. True art is not about just seeing and recording shapes and colors. It's about beholding. It's about expressing. Beholding is something only a living soul can do. It is seeing and experiencing with your whole being. A machine sees and records colors and shapes as a simulation of consciousness. AI can track and match patterns at a massive scale in order to imitate traces of human subjectivity, sometimes convincingly. It's a useful tool, but it does not flow from the well of lived being. Thomas Aquinas said, "The soul is the first principle of life." It is that utterly unique and irreducible gift that is yours and it's yours alone. It is the wellspring of your true creativity. The machines imitate, but not you. You experience and you transmit through your creations something only the soul can impart. Your lived human experience, your entire life behind your eyes, every scar, every joy, every quiet moment that has shaped who you are, colors this expression, and so elegantly transfers from your soul to the canvas. In a letter to his brother Theo, the artist Vincent van Gogh expressed his sympathies. In a letter to his brother Theo, the artist Vincent van Gogh expressed that his sympathies belong with those artists in whom I see the soul at work most strongly. He said, "Art is something which, though produced by human hands, is not wrought by hands alone, but wells up from a deeper voice, from a man's soul. AI can simulate what we see and sound like with stunning precision, but it cannot behold. It has no memories that ache, no lived experience, no human soul. In an age flooded with perfect simulations, your story, your lived experience, and your unique voice become incredibly rare and more precious than gold." If I may, I'd like to share a little bit about my own story. You see, I grew up in a family of storytellers, and there are recent immigrants that came with one second. I grew up in a family of storytellers, recent immigrants who came to this country with little, but have led successful lives, and with great courage and gratitude. My mother grew up in a one-room dirt floor home in Mexico with her 8 brothers and sisters, and was even sent to live with the nuns. Can somebody give me a glass of water? Thank you. I told you I was nervous. All right. I'll continue. My mother grew up in a one-room dirt floor home in Mexico with her 8 brothers and sisters, and was sent to live with the nuns when her family fell on tough times. She immigrated to this country, and she picked grapes in the fields of California, and she built for herself a better life, a life that she could never have dreamed of having anywhere else. My father was a first-generation American and the first in his family to go to college. Through the grace of God and incredibly hard work, he became a doctor, and he practiced family medicine for 30 years. Growing up, our home was filled with these stories of family members and the stories of many others that they knew. And these were stories of sacrifice and citizenship and a tremendous love for this country. I am the oldest child of these 2, and you can imagine the feeling I had when I told them that I wanted to be an artist. I graduated from Laguna College of Art and Design. I married my college sweetheart, and I built a career following my dreams and making art. It is possible in this country. My little brother went on to graduate from West Point. He served 2 tours in Afghanistan. He married another West Pointer, and now he's raising a family of 7 kids. My little sister graduated from TCU. She served in ROTC, and she's raising a fine family of her own. And they all love this country. They sacrifice for this country, and it has given them so much. I myself have found something far greater than all the awards and art shows that I've ever earned, and that was becoming a father and a husband. My wife and 3 boys are sitting in the audience, probably in the back, I hope they're misbehaving. I mean, I hope they're not misbehaving. I hope they're behaving. All right. And so only in America can such humble beginnings eventually lead to such a beautiful outcome in life. My parents, through their example, taught me to see the hero's journey in everyday people. My mother imbued our world as kids with a religious, almost mystical spirit, and my father was stern but fair and more analytical in his perspective. Between the two, I learned to feel deeply about the spiritual realities behind ordinary things. And I also gained a sense of duty towards my deepest convictions. And that if my talents were a gift from our Creator, then I should not let them go to waste. And I should devote my life's work to knowing Him and seeking Him in all things, even in the seemingly ordinary lives of those who are around me. I believe that this is why I have always been drawn to depicting the human figure in my work. The narratives and symbolism in my work are never invented out of whole cloth. They well up out of the soil of my own life. These are people that I know, people I love, and it makes it all the more interesting and meaningful to me that way. You see, I believe that if I'm truly moved and inspired, then you might feel it in my work. The way the light catches the dusk and the smog of a big city skyline, the delicate way that a strand of hair whips and swirls in the wind, or the way a reed is held just so in a pair of little hands. They all carry the weight of memories and associations that are sometimes far deeper than conscious thought. They're like portals into a universe of meaning, like the way the smell of your mother's cooking takes you right back to your own childhood, or the way your father's work boots seem to take on the shape of his entire life. I have always been moved by the human capacity to love, dream, and persevere with great courage and sincerity in spite of a seemingly vast and unsympathetic nature. As one artist to another, I urge you to make a study of things that truly move you in your own lives. That would be a worthwhile endeavor, because life has a funny way of being more strange and extraordinary than you could have ever dreamed. Now, more than ever, it is important to transmit our shared American values and culture. As the historians Will and Ariel Durant wrote in their lessons of history, civilization is not inherited. It has to be learned and earned by each generation anew. If the transmission should be interrupted for but 1 century, civilization would die and we should be savages again. That truth should stop us in our tracks. The stories that we tell, the values that we live, and the art that we create are how we pass on this precious inheritance. You are doing that today. By sharing these stories of heroes, you strengthen the great American tapestry. Young artists, my charge to you is simple but serious. Keep going, keep at it, keep pounding at your craft with discipline, brilliant and fragile though it may be. Create and let it all move you deeply. Take joy in the struggle. Everything under the sun and all the heavenly glories are yours to behold. Keep studying the masters, but never stop seeing the world with fresh eyes. Put your whole heart into leaving a meaningful mark, not for fame or fleeting praise, but to give the world something good, something true, something beautiful, something that is worth preserving and holding on to. The arena will get bigger for some of you. The critics will grow louder. The distractions will multiply. But the same courage, effort, and sincerity and discipline of the work that brought you here will carry you forward. America needs you. She needs your vision, your optimism, your skill, your moral imagination, and your love of this extraordinary country. Now, the road ahead will be long and sometimes twisted. There will be setbacks and seasons of doubt, but remember the American heroes whose stories you have captured so powerfully. They faced impossible odds, and yet they persevered. They asked not how hard the mission was, but what more they could do. As Thomas Edison reminds us, our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. In the pursuit of your life's work, you may find that you feel alone. You may find that you feel like giving up. So do all who dream big. So do all who truly push themselves in pursuit of some grand vision, especially a vision that no one else can see but them. You will need character, you will need grit, and you will need courage to make your dreams a reality. When I was a young boy, my father saw me struggling, and on my dresser he left me a handwritten note, which was a simple quote by Theodore Roosevelt, and it read as follows: "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles. The credit belongs to the man in the arena who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who spends himself in a worthy cause, and who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat." So what I say to my own sons, I say now to you: never, ever give up, and keep showing up every day. Keep refining your craft. Keep creating, even when there are no awards waiting. Your persistence and daring, like that of our forefathers, will shape not only our future, but the soul of our nation. As artists, we are the dreamers of dreams. As Americans, we live in a land where dreams really can come true. So finally, I say that I am so proud of each and every one of you tonight. And tonight, I will lift a glass in honor to you all. To you, my colleagues, my fellow artists, you dreamers of dreams, to my fellow Americans. In closing, I leave you with the words of Dr. Seuss. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless America.
Thank you so much, Julio, for those incredibly inspiring, moving remarks. I think we will always remember that. Thank you. Well, as we wrap up our time together at the awards ceremony, I'd just like to offer some closing remarks and thanks. First of all, I would like to thank our judges who selected all of the state winners. And those judges are, judges, if you are here, if you would please stand. Liz Diamond. Teresa Carter West. I don't believe she's here. We can give her a round. Lauren Marshall Weems. Candace Bohannon, the wife of Julio Reyes, in the back. Abby Guzman. Mitch Hobbs. Julio Suarez, and of course, Julio Reyes. And then I shared our distinguished judges at the very beginning. We have the honor of having Trish Duggan here with us. Trish. We thank Second Lady Usha Vance for her contribution as well. And we want to thank CEO of Freedom 250, Keith Kroc, for being one of our distinguished judges too. And thank you to NEH Acting Chair, Bill English, for your service. Again, we'd like to thank the White House Task Force 250, Brittany Baldwin, for all of your support. And the Freedom 250 leadership and team, Danny Matta. And then Claire Hensel, I'll read these at once. Claire Hensel, Isabella Dugan, and Christy Wassel. And special thanks to the Freedom 250 project team, who you talked with all throughout the travel and arranging all of your trip here, Brian Klotz and Abby Guzman. Special thanks to USDA's Haley Gee and their USDA's events team led by Jacqueline Davis-Slay. Thank you so much, Jackie. As we close, we have a few announcements. We would like to make sure that you pick up your gift bags before leaving. All of those can be picked up. There's one for every student winner, only for the student winners, please. If you need to speak with any of us regarding your certificate or any other questions that you have, please find us at the front when we dismiss everyone after photos. And last but not least, we will be having photography, group photography at the front. And in order to do that in a very orderly way before we have our reception, we would like to invite each age group to come to the front, and I will direct that. We'll have the elementary come first. We'll have a group photo with Danny and with Brittany, with Bill, myself. We'll have a quick group photo, and then you can proceed to the reception, which will be in the back of the room. Then we will have a middle school group photo, and finally a high school group photo. So if middle school and high school, you could please remain seated. This should go fairly quickly. If we can do it in an orderly way, that would be wonderful. And so before we say goodbye and start our photos, I'd like to also remind you that we will have photography in the exhibition from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock with a professional photographer. So please proceed down to the Great American State Fair, to the American Canvas Pavilion that's also shared with the Faith and Family Pavilion. And please have your photo taken there with your artwork. We would love to capture that. And last but not least, let's do one more big round of applause to all the student winners and all the families here today. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, let's begin with our elementary student winners. If you would proceed to the stage,